Hey guys, it's Ajay here, back with another one. So today we're gonna do things a little bit different. I want to say welcome to episode one of the AJ Panel Podcast. So this is gonna be something new, and I'm gonna do a weekly panel of some of the guys that I know who want to talk about some of the topics that I talk about on my channel. So I'll just introduce myself, guys. This is AJ. If you watch my channel, you already know what I'm about. I'm a pro male channel, and I hate the BS. So we'll just go around the panel quick. You guys can introduce yourselves and just tell my audience more about yourselves. Ray, go first.
Um, so my name is Raymond Reddington. Um, I'm a sales associate, and I'm also a local actor in the DMV.
Cool, cool, cool. Mike.
How's everybody doing? Name is Mike from the US and I'm gainfully employed.
Um,
It,
okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It dropped me out.
all right. You want to introduce yourself, Doug? I know you were
Yeah,
on here the last time, but and go ahead and introduce yourself again for all the new subscribers.
yeah. I'm Doug in PA. Originally from Washington State. Live in the DC area. Single out here, uh, dealing with women.
in these streets.
Yeah.
So, all right, you guys. So we're just gonna jump into the main topic here, and I think that the biggest video that I have is on the M2 movement and the workplace. So I just want to jump into that, and I think everyone's pretty much, it's clear how I feel about. It's basically, you know, people wanted a certain thing and they got unforeseen consequences. So basically, men in corporate America, lawyers, doctors, they're not dealing with these women in the office anymore because it's too risky. You know, you can be some guy who worked as a hedge fund manager and you're making $3 million a year, and then you go on a work trip, and all of a sudden, some woman says, "Oh, hey, he looked at me funny, or he knocked on my door on the wrong time of night or whatever," and next thing you know, you're getting fired. So it's not worth it for men to even deal with women in the workplace anymore. So personally, where I work during my day job, it's not really like written on the walls, but it's implied. Look, don't really hang out with, don't fraternize. No relationships in the office, no happy hours, no none of that, because they don't want to deal with it. So, how do you guys see this in your workplaces?
So if I could start, it used to be, I think it was before 2009, 60% of people met at work. 60% of married couples met at work. Now it's 60% of people meet online. So it used to be the number one way that you met your significant other was at work, and then the next was in college or something like that. But now they've eliminated through all this, they've eliminated a number one way for people to get together, like-minded people. So and honestly, I'm all for it, guys. Women have always set the social parameters in society, and men just react. And if this is how women want it, they can have it. My biggest problem is women complaining about it. And anything that we bring up on this panel, in this episode or in the future, guys, we are okay with it, or we're gonna have to be. Society teaches us that like we have to be okay with the cards we're dealt. Make it work. My biggest problem is women complaining about it. Women didn't want men to be creepy at work. Society, uh, businesses and corporations overcorrected for the M2 thing, and now women like you so are complaining about it. This is what you wanted. Shut up.
Yep, that's true.
No, yeah, to your point, all men do is adapt the whole life. That's all we do is adapt. So
Mm.
whatever whatever hand we're dealt, however things change, we're gonna be able to adjust. And to your point, women created this environment and then they created the hookup culture and now they get upset about that.
Yep,
It's like, what do you no one looks at the future ramifications of their actions.
yep.
So
They're
there's
like
really no reason.
children. Really, it's like they look forward to Christmas, and then Christmas comes and then they're like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, no, you got what you wanted. Exactly. All of the SA and all of the M2 stuff is down across the board. When they pull workplaces, they're saying that the complaints are down, all of that is down. So it worked. Women are not being mistreated as much at work anymore. But now they're saying, "Oh, well, the men aren't paying attention to us." Well, that's what you wanted, and this is proof that guys, in general, we are cost benefit analysts. We're cost benefit beings, and right now, the cost is too high. So now, guys are saying, "No, you know what? Never mind," and they're better off for it. In any type of complaint, guys, just don't even listen to it. They say, oh, well, you have to understand that if you're taking the risk of your career and your education and everything that you built, you don't have to understand a damn thing. And that even leads me back to these college campuses. I'm glad that I went to college when I did, because
Yeah.
I would hate to be a student now, because this M2 stuff is even worse on campuses now.
I have another stat. Some university system polled uh, 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 a significant number of college-age men. I need to bring this. I need to have the study ready. I apologize, AJ, for not having this ready. But they did this poll of freshmen and sophomore young boys in college, young men in college, and almost 40% of them said that they would rather play video games than deal with women.
Not to be stereotypical, that's like the Asian societies.
That's true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
facts. That's where Korea and Japan, Japan, all these dudes are just playing video games and online, and their population's dying out. Ain't no one having sex in Japan. They have the largest number of male and female virgins over the age of 28. That's crazy, because men are saying no more. In Korea too. Korea has all this feminist mindset of all these Korean chicks. I just did a video the other day about how these old Korean women are, they're, oh, I'm gonna be strong and independent, and now, oh, I'm old and I can't retire, so please, government, pay for my
At,
housing,
at life
please.
alert age.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
It's
It's
not gonna be a
facts,
man there to
man.
help you.
Ray, how is your workplace when it comes to hanging out with or talking to females, or like in your work life, or even be in your acting life? How is it doing, like, auditions with women and stuff? I mean, have you noticed a change?
Luckily for me, I haven't had to do any auditions with women. Most of the auditions that I do are over Zoom,
Oh,
or
smart.
they're self-taped.
Okay.
So everything that I have to do audition wise is through, at home. But before I started working, at the job that I'm working at now, there were a few cases of, women reporting essays, and these were people that I knew um, personally, and I knew in some cases I knew that that was not true at all.
Okay.
Um, I knew that that wasn't true at all, and I had to watch a lot of people like lose their jobs and get into a lot of issues with HR and stuff, and I was just like, what? what the hell?
Yeah,
Why?
that's crazy,
What do
man.
you get out of
Everybody,
this?
everybody knows the difference between SA and someone being smooth is all depending on if she likes you or not. So
Well, yeah, but here's the thing that people don't understand is that, the R word, that's clearly defined in the law, right? But what happens with any society when anyone wants to break down anything is you destroy definitions or you base things on nebulous terms. SA is a very nebulous thing, right? So it means different things to different people. So you have a non-defined definitive, right? You have a non-descriptive descriptive word that means something to everyone, but you can use it to have real world consequences. And that's the issue, right? SA can mean so many things to every different girl out there where, look, you guys have been in the club. You've seen some of the girls doing all types of crazy stuff on the dance floor and giving dudes, all types of, attention. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But while what's SA to them isn't SA to a different girl, right? So
Mm,
instead of
mm.
saying solid terms like harassment or the R word, they want to say SA because they can stick anything in there. And then they just expect men to just traverse this minefield of my feelings can get you in trouble. And any man who's worth his salt is going to be an absolute fool to have to do so. So Ray, I want to ask you one more question. Since you're a young, you know, upcoming black male actor, what caution, like what what do you think you're going to have to do to be cautious moving forward as your acting career moves ahead? Like what are you planning to do to prepare yourself and be cautious?
I mean, just continue doing the thing that I do now whenever I'm on set. If I ever meet um, a female co-star of mine, I'll be really respectful, but I'll also keep my distance. If
Mm-hmm.
if
Mm-hmm.
there's situations, actually, this is funny. I was doing a movie in Baltimore, and there was a scene where she had to play a stripper, um, and stuff. And there was a scene where she fell over, and before I mean, the director was like, yeah, she falls over, she gets hit, she's gonna fall down, you have to pick her up. Before that even happened, I looked at her and I was like, do I have permission to touch your body? I
Hmm.
know this is a movie, I know this is okay, but I just want to make sure that you are okay with it, that you are giving me consent to touch you. She was like, yeah, of course, it's the movie. But in my head, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
it's not, of course. You know what
yeah,
I'm
it's
saying?
it's it's it's
No,
like,
not
all
a
right, yeah, it is a movie, but then
Come
it's
on now.
like, no, it's not just a movie, because then you can turn around and say I did something to you, and they'll believe you.
Yep.
And
Yep.
it's like, you know, I haven't, I haven't made it big yet, but this movie was an important thing. It's going to be released on Amazon Prime, so this is a big moment for me, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't want something like SA being thrown on my name,
Yep.
which can
Yep.
kind of discredit that.
Mm-hmm.
So, with every set that I'm on, whenever there's a female involved, I always just keep my distance. And just if there's touching or anything involved, I always ask, do I have your permission? Do
Yeah.
you consent? Are you okay with this? And luckily that's helped.
I've read on that. Facts. Absolute facts. I mean, like I said, I walk around and work in the office smiling. Hey, y'all, how you doing? And I had a coworker go, AJ, why are you so happy all the time? And I said, look, girls can have RBF. You know what I'm saying? Resting B face. I said, I'm a
Mm.
6'3" and 255-pound black guy. I can't walk through the office with a mug on my face. Because there's some Karen's gonna be like, oh, AJ was giving me mean looks and I'm intimidated. You know
He
what I'm
makes
saying?
me feel he makes me feel uncomfortable because you know.
no, I don't
And
know
next thing you
what.
know, I'm in the HR's office. And most of the HR they're all black women anyways who don't have respect other black men.
Yep.
So they're just chomping at the bit to get me out of there. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. I don't know. It's just one of those things where I am glad to see. Like I said, men, we don't start movements. We don't go out and march. We vote with our feet or wallets. If we don't support anything, we either don't buy it or we don't participate. And that's what these females are understanding now is you said you don't want us, you made it clear. You don't want men in the workplace to give you any type of attention that's considered risky. So men are saying, you know what? We're going to vote with our feet. No happy hours, no Christmas parties, no mentorship. Stay out of my office. I don't want to see you. I don't want to talk to you. That's fine.
And it's also translated like this. So women are crazy out here, man. You can't don't approach them at the gym, don't approach them at the grocery store, don't approach them at work. But then they show up to the club, look, half naked, and then don't want guys looking at them there either. It's like this whole male gaze thing. We wear clothes looking like a streetwalker for us, not for men. Now, once again, don't approach me out in public. Don't approach me at work. Places where, and that's why I've seen an uptick in craziness at clubs and bars too, because there's what other place can this type of interaction happen? And it's just like you're going there looking like you want to be approached, but then you don't want to be approached. It's just stay home and play video games.
Just like the dudes on the college study, they're sitting there playing Xbox, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, passport bros. Get your passports, man. Go to the Dominican Republic.
Go to Brazil. Go to Colombia.
You don't got to worry about any of this stuff.
Yeah, that's facts. That's facts. So here, guys, I have an article real fast. I'm gonna share my screen real quick, and we can kind of see. Here we go. So we're gonna move on to the next topic here, and once again, to all my listeners, we're talking about another gap. First is a retirement gap, then it is a happiness gap, and now we're talking about the pandemic and the retirement gap. And once again, they're saying that, look at that, only 19% of women polled said that they're confident that they're on track to retire without running out of money, compared to 35% of men.
That's just confident. Until you talk to financial advisor, you don't know how much.
And it says
actually spoken, it's probably less than that.
Yep. So she said that only 1 in 3 women have the ability to put money aside for retirement, compared to 44% of men. And of course, they go into COVID. But guys, what do you think? What do you think about these broke women out here, man? Modern women are broke. They have the most consumer debt. They have the most student loan debt. They don't have careers. They have jobs. You know what I'm saying? All these modern women are all broke.
So I have a couple of stats ready for this too. So, according to an article on Yahoo, I'll send it to you after this, AJ. For only 14% of women say they're financially ready for the coming recession in 2023. Inflation is supposed to rise up to 18.6%.
18.6%. Seriously?
Yeah. By January 2023, and you're going to see all. If you look, you see all these articles about how inflation, and are we in a recession? Are we this? Are we not? But everything affects women more than men. And let's just lay down a couple of ground rules about reality real quick. And gentlemen, tell me if you agree. Uh, Mike and Raymond, if you meet a woman with a graduate degree, she's at least $100,000 in student loan debt. Yes or no?
Probably. I mean, as far as a graduate, meet her with a graduate degree, I really don't even care about the graduate degree. So
Well,
I'm assuming she's
well,
got debt,
well,
but I don't
well,
know to the
well,
amount.
well. I'm just saying. I'm just saying if she has one. Okay, okay, okay. Number two, if a woman leads with her money, how much money she makes, it's a turn off because she's because she says how much money like let's say she makes $100,000 a year. You already assume as a man that she is spending all of it before she gets it. Yes or no?
I I do. Yeah, she's probably spending it all driving some Beamer and having some condo or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because
all the girls I met that make six figures or 80 or 90 grand, they live check to check still. You know what I'm saying?
y'all
Mhm.
remember, yeah, like when people are laid off, furloughs, whatever, um, women are always like once again are the ones that are affected the most.
Yep.
Like you said, that paycheck to paycheck mentality. I was taught as a young age as a guy, just save the 50% or put it somewhere where it's going to grow
Yep.
before you start spending on yourself. And I think that's just a man's natural instinct. You have to provide and protect. Eventually as you get older, it's going to be more than just you.
Well,
So you're forward thinking.
so where I work, you know, I noticed something and all my listeners put something in the comments here. All you guys, you notice this too. So men buy homes for families, right? You notice that a lot of young guys buy homes when they get married or when they get married and have kids. Women buy condos and townhouses as a status thing, right?
And
So
and and as a disqualifier
yep.
for
And then what happens is that
social.
that'll try and make them disqualify the men that are trying to. Oh well. I met this guy named Ray, but he doesn't have a house. I do, even though it's some house in the middle of nowhere or it's some condo that she's
Or your house.
overpaying for. But
Yeah, and she's
he
house
ain't got
poor
a
with no
house.
furniture. Yeah, or she's house poor with no furniture in it.
Yep. Oh,
So I
but
always take it a second level. Like
uh,
when somebody has a house, it's like, no, you don't own, it's not your house. You're not a homeowner until you finish paying it off. So that doesn't
facts,
impress me.
facts.
You
Yep.
have a car, I don't care. You're paying, you're still essentially you have a car note. That doesn't impress me. You don't own the car. So we use this, I think we throw around the word ownership too loosely
That's
to
true.
think
That's
we actually
facts.
have anything because if you're a few paychecks away, that's gonna go right back to the bank.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And this retirement thing, going back to that. I mean, just modern women being broke. Men think think about everything. There's that meme, that running meme of like, this is a single man's apartment. You got the TV, the Xbox, the mini fridge, and a lawn chair, right? That's supposed to be like, oh man, oh wow, you guys are supposed to feel bad, but how is that a bad thing? You know what I'm saying? Living a simple life, having a nice little place,
Within your
having
means.
yeah, within your means, not trying to go out and travel and do hot girl summer or whatever, just chilling. How is that a diss? Like that's a diss nowadays. Is to say, oh man, Ray and Mike, man, they just hang out and just chill, man. You guys are supposed to go out and go to Europe and go to all this stuff instead of putting money in some type of investment. You can actually see it grow.
Yeah, some investment vehicle, most
That's
likely.
what society has come to is talking down on those that are frugal, those who plan, those who save. And the thing is, believe it or not, guys, do you remember that Gillette toxic masculinity commercial? Do you
No, what
remember
was
it?
it about?
It was on the Super Bowl like years ago, and they were like, "Men are toxic, and you need to worry about what you're saying when there's not, when girls run around." And what happened is Gillette lost like billions of dollars in sales, and that's why you see Dollar Shave Club and all these alternative razors and stuff out. It's because they capitalized on the 18 to like 42 male demographic. if you can get men to spend money, so like guys who are into football, guys who are into cars, guys who are into video games, when we do have hobbies, we will spend a lot of money on that hobby, but we only do it on specific things, like our razor we like, or our football jersey. But women need to go to a new restaurant every week. They need to buy this new wine every week, and that's why they make 80% of the consumer decisions, and that's why their asses are all broke. And now they all want to do this soft girl. What is it called? Soft girl season. You guys heard of this?
No, I haven't.
So soft girl
Vaguely.
season is the new thing on Instagram, TikTok, where all these women are like, I'm trying to be soft and have a man take care of me now. And that's because, just
Yeah, we're
like
like,
Kevin Samuel said, winter is coming. This recession is no joke, man.
yeah,
Evictions
I'm
are up
tired of
and
being
they're,
strong and independent.
yep.
You know, I don't want to be a boss baby anymore. I want a man to come, you know, I can get everything I want out of a man if I'm just a soft girl, but it's too late. You spend too
It's
much
funny
of your life
because
as a
those are the
Doberman.
same women that said before, oh, men ain't anything, I don't need a man to take care of me. I can do it for myself. And those are the same women that were making money off of OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true.
And then when OnlyFans was like, yeah, we're no longer gonna sell your content anymore, everyone's like, oh, what am I gonna
or
do now?
or when they age out of OnlyFans. Remember,
Yeah,
OnlyFans is only
that
good for
too.
the if so if you're the new girl, oh, here's a new girl and on OnlyFans, and it's like 6 months in. Next thing you know, there's a new girl. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And next thing, and your content ain't cool anymore. And next thing you know, that revenue stream goes down. Or they even have studies that, I mean, they do interviews that show that OnlyFans girls that have a man managing their stuff make and save money, whereas girls who only do stuff on their own spend all their money. So it's just crazy. It's just like I said, modern women are broke, and it's their own fault. And the
I
thing is,
really think I really think that they're not just broke, but they're also emotionally and mentally broke.
yep. Oh well, I mean that's
Because if you see what they're doing, then it's just like you're only doing it because deep down inside, no matter behind closed doors, you won't admit it to anyone else, but deep down inside, you really don't have anything to offer
yep. That's
besides
true.
your body, besides your appearance.
Mm.
And you go out, you do travels to France and London and buy the
Wait a
newest
minute.
type of wine.
No, I disagree, because when women say travel, especially black women, all the black women, modern women that I know who travel, they don't go anywhere. They go to Mexico or Jamaica. That's traveling. But ask them if they've
There you
been
go.
to
Even
France.
that.
Ask them if
And,
they've been to even Canada. I'm not going there. I travel a lot. I go to Cabo. They don't even travel.
and it's just to appear as like a boss woman on social media. But behind closed doors, what are you doing to even get to those places?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
They
you
had a.
don't have anything to offer besides your body.
That's true.
And all these things that you're getting for instant gratification, when that's gone, you're going to hop on to the next guy that can give you that. And then
Yep.
when that guy decides he's done with that, you're going to hop on to the next.
And then they act like they are winning by letting guys use them. Well, the guy's getting what he wants. You know what I'm saying? And that's
He's
just the
already
thing.
won.
Yeah.
And then
And
when
that's
there's
just
a
the
guy
thing.
that understands their games, then they want to play the victim. You don't
Yep.
get to play the victim.
And here's the funniest part I have a couple friends who are very, very, I'm a I do decent, but I have friends of mine who are very successful. And these girls go, oh, I fleeced this guy. I did that. Do you really think that him spending $2,000 on you, when he's a multimillionaire, you, you think you won? He won. Because that's nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? So these women are all broke, and this social media makes them think that they're. It's crazy that women will spend so much effort trying to portray a lifestyle instead of taking that effort and actually building that lifestyle in real real life. Whereas men oftentimes will have the lifestyle and then show it off for real. You know what I'm saying? So, man, it's just crazy out here, man. I don't understand it. But next year, like I said, winter's coming, man.
Yeah, next year it's gonna be Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Dude, I'm telling you. You know,
But even in LA and in Seattle, you already see homeless women. LA was it LA, Seattle, San Francisco, Portland, Oregon. You see homeless women out there. This has never happened because all these modern women, they were too hard headed to understand that marriage used to be your retirement plan. It used to be
Mm.
your stability, and then
it
they
used to
told
be your
men,
police officer. It used
"Yep,
to be your, it used to be all that.
yep,
That's the
So
society
I
was
have
set up for people to be married.
yep,
And then the laws didn't change, rules didn't change, their outlook changed, and they're
yeah."
trying to get it to change society, but it's not happening.
And men,
I
and
have a
they
question
told
for the
men,
guys.
"Hmm?
I have a question for the guys. What um let's say you ask out, a pretty little thing, and you guys are on a date, and she seems good enough. Or, you know what? Let me change the parameters. Let's say you're getting to know a girl, you, you know, you smash a couple times, and she seems like the kind of girl that you can kind of start to bring into your life. But what financial issues would make it a no go where you're like, I can't take this girl seriously. No way.
Student
Like,
loan debt
what
for me,
financial
student
decision?
loan debt. Nope. I mean, I know girls who have a quarter million
Like,
dollars in
like
student
how much?
loan debt. You know
How
what I'm
much?
saying? Was that?
6 figures of debt is like you're mismanaging
How
it,
much?
in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's not the
Like,
lower limit.
so,
It's probably lower than that, but just off my head, if you're 6 figures in a debt, that means you've been to school and you're not really making much money, or you haven't made enough to make a significant dent in that.
Nah,
It's
I
a
would
real
say
commitment.
anything over 50,000. No way, man. Nope. I'm running. I'm throwing the smoke bomb and disappearing into the mist, man.
I will
You
say
ain't
it
gonna
depends
catch.
on it depends on age though. Like if you're what, over 30 and you still have, like you said, 50,000 in debt, I think that's a problem.
Mm.
because me, over $100,000 in student loan debt is a no go. You know,
Yeah.
what's the biggest bill a woman can have? A kid. If she has a kid, Naski, you're done.
Nope.
Sorry.
Nope. Single
No
moms, I don't
single
think
mother.
so. Nope.
No
No.
single mother ever. Don't even sleep with them. Don't even go there. You know what I'm saying? And then putting down. So Kevin Samuels called it putting down roots. Most women who have put down roots, example, bought a house by herself. That's a red flag. I'm sorry. It's a red flag because once again, look, women use financial things and assets
Well, that and also too, if you meet a girl, so let's just say Ray is an actor, so Ray, so you're dating this cute thing, and she, and then you go, hey, I gotta move to LA because of my career, and she's
Mm.
like, well, I can't move because of my condo. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like,
Mm.
well, then deuces, peace. You know what I'm
See
saying?
ya.
See
Shoot.
ya. So,
See ya.
uh, I don't know, man. These women now have so much debt, and they expect guys to come into it and pay it off. And the thing is, if you get married, that's your debt too. And if you
Yeah.
get divorced, half of it's yours. And then you see these knuckleheads marrying these chicks, and then yeah, man, I'm a real man, man. I paid off my girl $70,000 in debt. Next thing you know, she divorces his ass.
well,
Please.
that's what
And then
happened with
guess what? You end up
that
having to pay her half of
Uh-huh.
everything you got.
Yeah.
that politician from Texas. No, Wendy Davis, the blonde. She married this guy because she went to law school and he paid off her undergrad and law school debt. You best believe a couple payments after he paid off that debt, she divorced him.
Dang, that's
If she was a
emperor
couple hundred
simp right
thousand dollars
there.
in student loan debt. Yep.
No, no, I ain't doing it. So we're gonna move on to the next topic, and that's these modern women in retirement. So we touched on it a little bit. Now, I can assume that everyone on this panel is making moves towards retired retirement. You know what I'm saying? IRAs, investments, property. But I mean, the women who you work with or in your family or whatever, do you see them doing the same thing? Because the numbers are already there. Women are not saving for retirement. It's like they just don't get it. They just don't think long term that this is not a game. Men, we know that if we don't save and if we run out of money, we'll be on the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They don't
And
really
these
have to think long term. If they have that male figure, like if they're married, have a husband, then that male figure would take over and say, all right, let's allocate some of what you're making to do this,
yes,
this,
but the
this.
issue
But
now is like
they're
Generation
on their
X
own.
is the largest group of unmarried, childless women, and they're aging out. They're like 50 something plus now. You know what I'm saying? So in 10 years, they'll all be in their 60s. And now, I think it's by like 35, the majority of women that are working age are going to be childless and single. So we're going to have half of women are going to be, I mean, how does that work? We're already seeing homeless women. So these women just don't understand. They just don't. And the thing is, hey, look, guys, as men, not our problem. It's not.
Mm.
Yep.
Well, we
Yep.
know that.
Well, just real quick. My dad told me when I was younger. He said, "Make a list." You remember you have a piece of paper and you make a T chart, and there's one side and another side. Guys, when you're dealing with women, one side of the T chart is stuff that's your problem, and the other side is stuff that isn't your problem. You got to make sure what's coming into your life is on what side of that T chart, because one of the things that women like to do is make things your problem that are not your problem. So you got to, even make sure to use the term, say, not my problem.
Yep, that's
Because
facts.
a
And
lot.
similarly on that vein, like
Uh-huh.
my dad, he would say like, okay, as you're growing up as a guy, like these are my set of responsibilities, and as you grow up, my responsibility, your responsibility is I'm able to take and put your responsibilities back on your plate because you're now old enough to handle it. It's like these conversations aren't had with women, so they don't have the need for responsibility. That, and I think kind of we touched on before is that foresight to see like, oh, I need to start looking about when I'm not working. I need to start looking at when I get aged out of the job market. I need to start looking if I don't have a secondary income because I'm choosing to be single or stuff like that.
I think a lot
And
of it too. Oh,
just like one of the things is that I'm sick and tired of this whole pet epidemic. Like the amount of money people spend on pets and the upkeep of that, if they were to put that money
that's
towards retirement, it would be a
facts.
lot better. It would
That's
be a lot
facts,
better
dude.
than what they're doing. And that
That's
also ties into what you said, putting in roots, because all a pet is a play kid for most of these people. It's so they can play it to have responsibility. It's a crutch for their love life. It's making the situation worse. So I think these women need to stop with the pets. It's destroy. It's part of the reason why they're getting where they are right now.
yeah, that's true. And you can have, oh, my cat's sick, and I got I took him to the vet and it cost $2,300. $2,300 for a cat? Come on
The dog's
now.
going down.
I think I think
Uh.
I feel like a lot of women nowadays are trying to satisfy themselves emotionally as opposed to trying to better themselves financially, if that makes sense.
Well, it
Yeah,
makes
you
sense.
hit
It
it.
makes sense.
You hit it right,
I think
right on the
that's
head,
I
man.
think that's
Yeah,
their nature.
yeah. But the thing is that they don't understand that for women, people and relationships is what satisfies them emotionally, but they've
Mm,
been brainwashed to think that by saying that they're weak. And the reason why I know that is because you have all these women that are single moms, right? That think, oh, I'm
mm,
going to have a baby and have this unconditional love that I've been looking for. So that they get knocked up by some idiot, and yet they're still on dating apps trying to find a guy. Because Relationships is what matter to women almost more than anything else. And this is why all my listeners are telling you, if you are a young man, your last name is the most powerful thing that you have. Because once you hit your mid to late 30s and 40s, your last name is like crack to these women. They'll be after you, man. They want that marriage and they want that certificate and they want to lock you down, man. You know, but that emotional need is something that's built into the it's hardwired. Men are okay with being alone a lot more than women. That's like the whole dying alone thing. Men have always died alone. Creeps, weirdos, hobos, homeless veterans out there. Men have been dying alone for a long time, but women have never been okay doing that. That's where the whole Golden Girls thing came from. They're all living in their sexual life partners, blah blah blah. But women, they need some type of emotional fulfillment, and they look everywhere except trying to develop a good, decent relationship with an actual man. And the thing is, once again, guys, what do we all say? Not my problem. Not my problem. It just isn't. So, but all right, you guys. Well, it looks like that's all the topics for today. So we can close this out. But I appreciate everyone being on. Does anyone have any last comments, words, or anything else for my audience?
Yeah, this is Doug MPA again. Guys, women are going to be out here hunting for you. They're going to be hunting for guys who want to provide, and just remember, society was built when men win, everyone wins. When women win, women win.
That's
and keep
facts.
cognizant of that.
Absolutely,
I'm telling you, they're going to want to put you in a situation where she's winning. She is winning for her, and she wants you to win for her too. So just watch out. And when in doubt, be alone. If something is not feeling right with these women in the next 365 days, just cut it off.
Throw the smoke bomb and disappear into the mist.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, I'm good.
Mike, you got any last comments or words?
No, I'm good. Thank you for having me on the show, man.
Word, man. Ray? Any last comments?
All I just want to say to the people listening, to the men, to the young men out there, focus on yourself, man.
Word.
Focus on yourself. Women like to hate on the Andrew Tates and the Elon Musks of the world, the successful people. The successful people who actually valued their grind, their hard work, and then allowed the women to come to them. Don't go searching for gratification. Let the grind, let the hard work be your gratification. And if that means you have to be alone, so be it. Go hit the gym. Go enjoy your life.
That's facts, man.
Women aren't the priority. Your happiness, your financial stability, and your uprising is your focus, is your happiness.
That's facts, man. And the only thing that they have to do to disrupt that state is shame. They can shame you, but you're alone, you're unmarried, you're this, you're that. Shame is all women have to come at you with. Was it shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right? When that's all you have, that's not an argument, guys. So just stick to your grind, stick to your guns, guys. And if you're in a situation where stuff doesn't seem right, once again, throw the smoke bomb and disappear into the mist. So, all right, you guys, this is AJ. I'm out of here. You guys are the best. Like, subscribe, and stay safe.
Take it easy.
See you.
Hey, guys.